Brian Setzer is 65 years old, and he is starting to have some health issues that is slowing down his guitar playing and could possibly end his career as a guitarist. Brian said that towards the end of the last Stray Cats tour, he noticed that his hands were cramping up. Since then, he said, "I discovered that I have an autoimmune disease and I cannot play guitar. There isn't any pain, but it feels like I'm wearing a pair of gloves when I try to play. I've seen some progress in that I can hold a pen and tie my shoes. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I was at the point where I couldn't even do that. Luckily, I have the best hospital in the world down the block from me. It's called the Mayo Clinic. I know I will beat this. It will just take some time." Now, this is really tough news to hear. Brian has always been one of my favorite performers. Brian's most recent tour was a 3-week event with the Stray Cats that took place in the summer of 2024. It was the group's first tour in 5 years, and it ran from July 27th through August 17th. And speaking of the Stray Cats, Brian's first band was with his brother Gary on drums. It was a new wave punk rock group called the Bloodless Pharaohs, and then later the Tomcats. After his brother Gary quit the Tomcats, there was a couple of guys Brian had went to school with who lived only a few blocks from him. Their names was Leon Drucker and James McDonald. So they all got together over at Leon's house and started to play some music. Leon, later to be known as Lee Rocker, was playing the stand-up double bass, and James, later known as Slim Jim Phantom, downsized his drum kit at Brian's urging and started to stand up and play instead of sitting down behind his drum kit. The story of the Stray Cats was a good one. Those boys sold about everything they had, bought plane tickets, and flew over to England. They caught on over there and recorded a couple of albums too. They were all between 18 and 20 years old at that time. Those 2 albums they recorded over there, EMI America picked them up and brought the group back to the United States in 1982 and put together the Built for Speed album. Newly formed MTV picked the Stray Cats up, and just as they had in England a few years earlier, the group took off here in America. Brian Setzer opened us all back up to music styles like rockabilly, swing, and jump blues, which had long ago passed. You can't say Brian was a pioneer of that music, but he was a pioneer in such a way that he revived it for a whole new generation of music lovers. Want to hear more on Brian Setzer? Then you must watch this video. I know you'll enjoy it as it covers a big part of his life and career. Please leave some good words and well wishes for Brian in the comments section if you would. I know he would appreciate it.